and welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you're new, hola, ¿cómo estás? That means how are you doing? I'm bilingual. Thank you. But welcome back to the channel. I found a few Reddit posts, a few Reddit stories that I actually wanted to talk about. You know, I've gotten to the stage of life to where I've gotten nosy, okay, and I let my nosiness take over. You know what I'm saying? So I got about 5 Reddit stories that I want to just read and react to, go over today, you know, talk to with y'all here on the channel. You know what I'm saying? I have a podcast already, but as you can see, if you do look back on the channel, it's died out. I haven't posted on it in about, I think the last was February 11th. So yeah, months. But I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, back on schedule, back on, you know, whoop-de-womp and things like that. But regardless, and as you can see, the first episode, just like the first episode of the last podcast, you know, unscripted, we just going with the flow, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry for all the gray air and then the stuttering and the things like that. But hold on, y'all see the mustache coming in? I had to cut it off for an audition, but it's coming back. You'll see. Anyway, but yeah, I'm thinking about naming this podcast Off the Book, because, you know, I'm an actor, so like off the book is like when you go off the you say shut up? All right. And I'm getting over a little cold. The office, somebody at the office was handing it out, just giving it out. So I have a few posts that I want to go to and react to, and we're just gonna go straight to it. I picked these solely off of what the title says. I'm like, this will be fire, so we're gonna do that. Let me know what y'all think, you know, afterwards, if y'all want me to do more, if I want to do some on live, you know, if y'all want to make me a Reddit and we can react to it together on live as a community, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, let's get straight into it. You know what I'm saying? How can I do this? Can I show y'all? I can't. I don't know how to work I don't know how to work the podcast software yet. But anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. So this first post is coming from probably the most popular Reddit or subreddit that I've at least heard of, called "Am I the Asshole?" And this title is, "Am I the asshole for telling my dad he can't invite his girlfriend to my graduation because my mom paid for the trip?" Now, boom, whoa, I didn't even read that. I read that wrong the whole time. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pause right there. What I'm gonna do, what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to stop. I want y'all to make your assumptions purely off of the title. Now, look, in today's day and age, that should be easy for some of you. Look, I'm looking directly into the camera. That should be easy for a lot of people in this generation, because we like to judge before we even know the full story. Okay, people like to make assumptions without knowing the full story, without knowing both sides. Okay, so why not do it now? Okay, I'm giving y'all permission to do it. Only because I gave you permission, okay? Outside of this, stop it, okay? Stop making assumptions. But what we're going to do, based off of that title, I want y'all to make an assumption. I want y'all to answer the question, are they the asshole for telling their dad he can't invite his girlfriend to his graduation because their mom paid for the trip? Now, boom, off rip, my analysis, my evaluation, family, y'all coming for graduation. My Dukes, my mom paid for the trip, but my dad, okay, so she paid for the trip. So what it sounds like, I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet. So it sounds like mom paid for the trip. So dad's coming on the trip, you know, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Mom paid for the trip, but mom and dad aren't together. But she's like, you know what, it's your daughter or your son, I don't know yet. So you can come along for the trip. I paid for it. And so on the trip, he's like, hey, I know we divorced. Is it okay if I bring my girlfriend? Me personally, fuck no. Fuck no. Actually, I'd have to ask my child. Me, I'm being petty. Actually, it depends. I'm such a it depends type of person, because like if the wedding, or not the wedding, if the divorce was mutual, or it was like it was messy, it really does depend. But off rip, I'ma just say fuck no. I pay for the trip. You're not bringing your new boyfriend to come see our child. Now, it depends on how long they've been dating. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into it. It depends. I like to bring the analytics and things like that. But, excuse me, I just told y'all, I'm sorry, I'm a little sick. We're going to read into it and see if they are the asshole. Oh, this one's pretty long. Pause. All right, let's do it. I, 22 female. Okay, so this is a woman. I, 22 female, am graduating college in 2 weeks. My parents divorced when I was 11. Okay, so 21 is around college graduation age. So it's been about 10 years. Okay. They are civil now, but they are not friends. See, that's the important context clues that we need. They're civil now. They're civil now. So it's like, we cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they like, you know, drop daughter off, you know. If they have to do things that involve each other, they're cool about it. They're not going to, you know, tear each other's hair off. But it's like they're not friends. They're not calling each other up. They're not constantly hanging out. Got it. Got you. They're civil now, but they're not friends. I love my dad, but he has always been the parent who shows up if it is easy. Damn. My mom was the one who showed up when it was not. She worked extra shifts, drove me everywhere, helped with forms, cried with me when I almost dropped out, and somehow still made me feel like I was not a burden. Okay, shout out mom. My graduation is 7 hours from home, and I only got 4 guest tickets. I invited my mom, my dad, my younger brother, and my grandma. My grandma helped raise me when my mom was struggling, so having her there matters a lot. My mom booked an Airbnb months ago for herself, my brother, my grandma, and me. Okay, wait. She also paid for the rental car and gas because my brother and grandma could not afford the trip. My dad said he would drive himself and get a cheap motel. Then last month, he said money was tight and he might not come. I tried to act like I understood, but I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it's not easy for him, so he's not showing up. Like you said, he only showed up when it's easy. Sounds like he's making excuses. You know what I'm saying? If my daughter and money's tight, they're not going to know. I'm going to make it regardless. Where's I at? My mom quietly offered to pay for 1 hotel night so he could still be there. She said, you deserve both parents there, even though I know it costs her more than just money. Even though I know it cost her more than just money, it cost her this. Her soul, her heart, her morals, all that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Then, where's that? Last week my dad called, sounding excited, and said his girlfriend Cara got the weekend off and was coming too. They've been dating for 8 months. I've met her twice. She's not evil or anything, but she is not close to me. At my brother's birthday dinner, she kept calling herself the bonus mom now. Ooh, time out. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. You don't know me or my family. You only know me because my father has spoken to you about us. You do not, at your first appearance with the whole family, get to call yourself a bonus mom. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I ain't gonna lie. What is wrong with you? Unpause. And my brother looked like he wanted to disappear. I asked my dad what he meant by Cara was coming. He said she wanted to support me and was basically family. I told him I did not have a ticket for her. He said she could still come to dinner, take pictures, and hang out at the Airbnb. I said no, because the Airbnb was paid for by mom for the people I invited. He said Cara would not mind sleeping on the couch. That honestly made me snap a little. I told him the couch was not the point. The point was that my mom paid so he could come watch his daughter graduate, not so he could turn it into a couple's weekend. He got upset and said my mom always gets to be the main parent, and he just wanted someone there so he would not feel awkward. I told him this weekend was not about making him comfortable. This was about me graduating. Understandably so. I ain't gonna lie, Pops, you tripping. Pops, you tripping. And I wanted one weekend where my mom was not expected to swallow her feelings and fix everyone else's. Hey, shout out, I don't know her name, but she putting on Miss Graduate, her name's gonna be Graduate. Graduate putting on for Ma Duke. She's supporting mom when mom supported her most. I don't have my soundboard anymore, I broke it, damn it. Where's it at? He said if Cara was not welcome, maybe he should just stay home. Okay, now Dad, you completely lost me. You completely lost me. Like I said, I like to, give both sides a chance to explain themselves. You lost me. If my girlfriend isn't welcome, then maybe I shouldn't show up to my own blood daughter's graduation that I helped create. I just shouldn't come. My girlfriend of 8 months can't show up. Someone you've known for 8 months versus the family you created. If she's not welcome, I'm just not gonna come. I'm not gonna. Sorry. I'm not gonna make it. What the fuck? What is your deal? What is your problem? What is what whatever. He said if Cara was not welcome, maybe he should just stay home. I said that was his choice, but I was not giving up my brother's or my grandma's spot, and I was not asking my mom to host his girlfriend. Now my aunt says I humiliated him and made Cara feel unwanted. My dad texted, I hope making your point was worth it. You bitch? What the I ain't gonna lie, Dad, you acting like a bitch. Sorry, I said it again. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get demonetized from our channel I can't even get paid on yet. Pops, you acting like a bitch. I'm so sorry. What do you mean? What do you mean? I hope making your point was worth it. You sound like a high school teenage girl. What are you talking about? You made her feel unwanted. I hope making your point was worth it. Nigga, what? Well, if y'all shut the out of here, man. Oh my gosh. What is your deal? Well, that just angered me. And I have great loving parents that have been married for Shoot, it'll be 30 years next year? It'll be 29 next year. It'll be 30. Yeah, 27 years? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Buddy. 28 years. No, 28 years. I don't know what's wrong with Buddy. Tripping. I ain't gonna lie. Don't come. You lost me. Love you, Pops. You just made a fool out of yourself. Do not show up because now I don't want you there. Don't show up. Now you forced my hand. I don't want you there at all. Do not show your face. I don't want you there at all. Move. My mom says she supports me, but I can tell she feels guilty. I do want my dad there. I just hate that even my graduation has somehow turned into everyone worrying about his feelings. Yeah, dad's a little I don't want to say that word. Dad's a little what's the word? You know what? I'm gonna be nice. Hey everyone, I'm Will. Nice to meet you. Yeah, dad is doing the absolute most. And I shout out Ma Duke. She did everything. She was struggling. She still supported her daughter, and she still feels bad because now her daughter's in a predicament. She feels bad. Like how you make your ex-wife feel bad because you did some stupid shit. That's manipulation that I ever heard. If I ever heard it, you know, that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's manipulation if I ever heard it. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking insane. That's insane. Am I the asshole? I need like a something on the screen and a big red button. No, you're not. You're completely in the right. You did nothing wrong. Mom paid for the trip. If anything, why didn't he ask mom? Why didn't he ask your mom? Hey, like, is he that scared of her? Oh my gosh. What is wrong with your dad? I'm sorry. No disrespect. What is wrong with your dad? Why didn't you ask your mom? As soon as you told him that your mom was paying for the trip, why didn't he ask your mom? I know our history. You know, I got a girl. She said she wants to come support. Is it okay if I can, make it bring her on the trip? She said she'll stay on the couch. You don't have to pay anything extra for her. If not, it's cool. I still find somewhere for us, to stay and say, is it cool? That's how I would have gone about it. Obviously, he's not me. He's tears below because Buddy is tripping. And then he's going to guilt trip his own daughter by saying, I hope making your point was worth it. This isn't about you. It's about her graduation. Did I read that wrong? Am I tripping? I must be losing my mind. Hold on. Just gotta clean my glasses wrong. Yeah, no, I ain't read that wrong. Yeah, buddy, you're tripping. You're tripping. Just out of my face, man. No, answer is no. You're not the asshole. I hope everything works out the way that it's supposed to. I hope that your graduation is swell. Congratulations on graduating. You know what I'm saying? On graduating? On graduate. Did I say it right? Graduating. Let's read the comments. I don't think I've ever done this. Let's read the comments. And TA replied back, I promise y'all I can read, okay? I had a 3.5 GPA when I graduated high school. Okay, I went to college. I only dropped out because I wanted to be. I hope prioritizing your new girlfriend is worth missing your kid's graduation. That's exactly what I said. If my new girlfriend of 8 months isn't welcome, I might as well miss out on the daughter that I helped create / raise. So to me, it sounds like you barely raised her. Like what? That should not even be a thought. That shouldn't even be an option in your head. That shouldn't even be an if and or rather. Like that shouldn't even be at all. The only right answer is sorry. I know it's still gonna take some getting used to. Like and that's gonna have to be for Cara to understand too. My girlfriend, I don't care if she's mad at me. Look, my family does not want you there. My daughter's graduating. I'm not missing my daughter's graduation. So you're gonna have to stay. I understand, but like that's not your family. We still boyfriend and girlfriend. We're not even married. Like that's my family. I'm gonna go support them. They don't want you there. Please understand. I'll be back on the weekend. Like it's not that hard. And then him saying your mom gets to be the main parent. Well, yeah, because she actually did her fucking job. She actually did her job. You only showed up when it was easy, when it was convenient for you. She was there no matter what. She is the main parent because she acted like it. Suck it up, boy. Golly. It's on my face, man. That was story number 1 in Am I the Asshole? So far, that story of the day. It got me heated. It got me hot. Boy, what? Golly. The next subreddit we have right here is, am I overreacting? Now, I know for the people that are watching the video on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying, like I said, it's still video number one, episode number one, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get some graphics back on the screen to show up when I'm reading and things like that. As of now, like I said, I'm just getting back into it, making sure I get back into it. My therapist told me to start making content again, you know what I'm saying, because I was out of it, got in my head. I'm out of my head now, okay? We back on that grind. Okay, 2026, we gonna be full-time content. We gonna be a full-time actor. I'm gonna have a job in a show somewhere, in a movie somewhere, and a number one podcast on YouTube. Okay, you said no? You said shut up again? My fault. All right, am I overreacting? The title. Like I said, we gonna judge these titles before we actually read and get the background. So, my girlfriend of 3 years gifted my biggest insecurity to her friends as a funny story at game night, and I left. Am I overreacting? Off the muscle, if I tell you something extremely personal and you bring it up to get laughs in an attempt to belittle me or embarrass me just to get laughs, I'm leaving. And we're going to have a serious conversation when you do get home on if this relationship is even worth it. Because what do you mean I told you something personal and you're bringing it up just to get laughs? Okay, that's my take on it. I don't know the background. This sounds like it shouldn't even need much background, but let's get into this. Last weekend, we did our usual game night at home. Everything was great until we had a few drinks and found ourselves playing a classic Never Have I Ever game. Never Have I Ever. Man, if some of you don't know that game, you're probably sleeping under a rock. Never Have I Ever is probably one of the most popular games that people play amongst a group of each other. No? Am I wrong? We can run a poll in the comments. Am I wrong? Is it a very popular game? No, it sounds like it's about to get wicked. So she said one of his biggest insecurities in the Never Have I Ever game. So she played it off like Never Have I Ever got my toe sucked. Oh no. Yeah, we gotta dive into this. Out of nowhere, my girlfriend, 28 female. Oh, so she's 30 doing this. Start sharing this story about how when we first started dating, I was really anxious about being naked around her because I've got a scar from surgery I had as a kid. She went into detail, even striking the awkward pose I apparently did the first time I did that first time, and everyone burst out laughing. So Buddy didn't like being naked around you because he had an embarrassing scar, or a scar that he found embarrassing himself. Doesn't matter if it was embarrassing to you, he found it embarrassing. And then you even struck the pose. You struck the pose that he apparently did. You know how fucked up you know how fucked up that is? Like, oh yeah, he really like hated being naked around me. So like the first time he like showed it, he was standing like this, like look, he was standing like this, and I was like, okay. And he was standing like this, like he had his butt out, he had his hand up in the air, like that's the only way you could see the full scar. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm showing you the scar, and I was like, it was just funny, like that's what he did. Showing the exact pose that he did, by far the most wicked English, the most wicked, diabolical thing you could have done. Let's continue. Meanwhile, I was sitting right there, my face probably as red as a tomato, but I kept quiet, didn't want to ruin the fun. You're better than me, buddy. I would have ruined the fun. I wouldn't have like caused a scene, but I would have caused a scene, you know, inadvertently. As soon as they laughing and joking. That's funny, right, Will? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. But Will, you're my ride. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go home. One of y'all can bring her home. Or if I'm feeling it, yeah, I'm coming home. So either coming with me or I ain't not. Simple as that. You not finna embarrass me in front of people just for laughs? Fuck out of here. Don't want to ruin the fun, you know? Later, when the guest left, I told her calmly that it really stung. That's a personal story I shared with her, not fodder for laughs. Thank you. It's not cannon fodder for laughs. That's a personal story. Clout is a drug. Clout is the most dangerous drug in the world. And it's not even nothing you get paid off of. Nothing that gets your name up in lights. This is clout between people you've known for your whole life. They probably already know you're funny. You ain't got to stoop that low with your significant other just to get laughs. What's wrong with you? That's a personal story that I shared with her, not fodder for laughs. She just rolled her eyes and said, babe, it was funny. You're way too sensitive. That's our friend. How are you going to tell me how to feel? Excuse me? Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's a really sensitive topic. I don't like that you brought that up in front of my friends just to get laughed. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, you're so sensitive. It was funny. It was funny. Okay, they're our friends. They're our friends. There's nothing serious. I didn't like that. If it was a story that I wanted our friends to know, I would have told the story. I would have told them. But I didn't, because I didn't want them to know. How the fuck are you gonna tell? Anyway, so I crashed on the couch. Come morning, she acting like nothing happened, and even made a joke about it again. Oh, so my life is a joke. So I'm pussy. Okay. You gonna crack the joke again in the AM? I packed a bag and went to stay with my brother for a few days. Now she's blowing up my phone saying I'm ruining the relationship over a stupid joke and that I embarrassed her in front of our friends by being distant all night. You embarrassed me! You embarrassed me! Stop making it about yourself! Think about him for 1 second. Put yourself in his shoes for 1 second. I didn't like it. I told you I didn't like it. And now I'm the problem. That's not how that goes. No, never. I get that couples poke fun at each other, but this felt different. It was like she took something I've genuinely struggled with, something I cried to her about early on, and turned it into a punchline. I've told her so many times that I really hate when people bring up the scar. She absolutely knows this. Now I'm feeling guilty since she's crying and saying it wasn't meant to hurt. Part of me wonders if I'm overreacting and should just let it slide. But another part thinks she crossed the line and doesn't even recognize it. What should I do? Am I overreacting? Survey says no. No. You shouldn't feel guilty. Something that you truly don't like to talk about, that truly embarrasses you, that truly makes you feel some type of way, she knows that. You told her not to talk about it. She talked about it. You didn't like that. You felt some type of way. Now she feels some type of way that you felt some type of way. Now she's crying because she didn't mean to hurt you. Excuse me. I understand that. You didn't mean to hurt me. And I appreciate that you didn't mean to hurt me and that this wasn't on purpose. But the fact of the matter is, you did hurt me. You did it to get laughs. That's fucked up. And you don't realize that. You're just saying it was a joke. It wasn't a joke to me. What are you not understanding? You didn't mean any ill intent by that? Cool. But you're missing the point where it still hurt. And now you're playing the victim because you hurt me. What sense does that make? How am I going to punch you in the face and I'm going to start crying? How am I going to shoot you in the stomach with a 22 and now I'm going to start crying? Oh my God, I didn't mean for you to start bleeding. I just shot the bullet. I didn't think it was... What? No, bro. No, bro. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. No, you are not overreacting. Simple as that. She needs to apologize. She needs to apologize. Simple as that. Simple as that. That one got me hot. I ain't gonna lie. My fault. But we on to the next one. We on to the next story. These stories are juicy. Like, these stories actually get me riled up. I didn't think I was gonna get this riled up. All right, now we on relationship advice. Now, me personally, all right. I'd say I'm like a hitch. You know, you seen the movie Will Smith and Kevin James? I'd say I'm like a hitch. No, you don't see the resemblance? I got the same name. I'm Will. No, okay. Anyway, updates. Oh, they updated this. Okay. Do I tell my fiance, or do I, 27 female, tell my fiance, 29 male, that I was disappointed by the proposal, or do I take this to my grave? Now, you know the drill. Do I take this to the grave? Well, like I said, we don't know the background of the proposal. Actually, so we can't really prejudge this because this one you kind of need the facts to find out, you know, if that's something you take to the grave. Damn. It sucks, like, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but like, it sucks not knowing what other people think. Like, the dude could have proposed, thought he did his biggest one, probably spent all his savings on an engagement ring, you know, had roses, had his friends out there, and like did his big one. But like, he doesn't know that his wife is on Reddit saying, "Hey, fuck with that." That's tough. All right, let's get into it. First of all, thanks to everyone who took time to interact with my last post. It truly gave me a lot to think about. I ended up talking to my fiance, and I am so glad I did because it went amazingly. As many suggested, I started out by saying how much being engaged and getting married to him means to me, and that I am excited for this next chapter. Oh wait, no. Okay, no. Okay, she talked about it. No, we gotta go to the original. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. My fiance and I talked about getting engaged this year, so I knew it was coming. I never had a dream proposal in mind, just a few things I absolutely did not want, like at home, on the couch, on a different special occasion. I always said I just wanted something that shows he knows me and cared to plan and then it would be perfect no matter what. At first, he was so excited and had so many ideas. At least that's what my friend told me, because he was running things by her. But many ideas fell through for one reason or another, and he started to really stress himself out over it. Excuse me. I told him to take it slow, because he kept coming back to these huge and insanely expensive ideas, and I told him that I don't need these huge gestures, because that's just not me. I thought giving him a few ideas might help to point him in a good direction, booking a private tour through our opera house, going to the candlelight concert where they light 1,000 candles, booking a fantasy photo shoot for me, and turning it into an engagement shoot, the whole nine. That seems expensive, like a fantasy photo shoot and then turning it into an engagement shoot. I might write some of this shit down. Hold on. See, my fellas, you want some ideas, just talk to the women. They'll give you the ideas, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it was my birthday recently, and for my birthday, I wish to go to this burlesque and dinner show. Basically, you have a 4-course meal. In between each course, you have the show parts. Oh, you have the show parts in between them. Yeah, all right, bet. The show was amazing. The performers were stunning, and I can go on and on about how much I love the show. After dessert, before the last show, he got down on one knee and proposed. Let me read back from the beginnings to make sure he didn't do anything wrong. I always said I just wanted something he so clear to plan. Okay, some things I didn't want, like at home on the couch on different special occasions. And she didn't really get into details, so I don't know if he did anything wrong. Anyway, he got down on one knee at the end of one of the burlesque shows. I always thought I would cry and just repeat yes over and over again, but I was so surprised. Everything felt surreal, and I hate to admit it, but I felt so disappointed in that moment. Yikes, because I was the one that suggested the show. It was my birthday present, so it wasn't even its own thing, and one of the few things I requested was that I don't want it tied to any other occasion. There we go. I got it. I should have just kept reading. Reading is fundamental, ladies and gentlemen. Tied to any other occasion, especially not my birthday. Brother's birthday is close to mine, so we never got to celebrate independently, which is why I'm big on separating special occasions. Okay, now that makes sense. There's a lot of lore that goes into a lot of family lore, history lore. Also, I was the one that made the reservation and booked everything, and he didn't even look up what we were doing. He didn't even look up what we were going to do because he was super surprised when the performers started taking their clothes off. Also, he doesn't know what a burlesque show is. Okay, nice. He later told me that he only made the decision the night before because he thought we were already dressed nicely and it would be a great opportunity. Nigga was just cashing in on a best dress opportunity. No, fam, no, I can't get behind that one. I can't get behind that one. At first, I thought it was no big deal, but then my friend told me about all the other suggestions he made that would have been so thoughtful and perfect, and people kept asking how he proposed, and I'm trying so hard to be positive about it, but the short version is, he took something that I planned for my birthday and turned it into a proposal. Also, there were half-naked women there. That's what I was talking about. Like, he probably thought he did his big one, and we already gonna be dressed nice, but he ain't know what burlesque was. Like, he ain't do no research into it. Like, you gotta at least do research into it if you're gonna do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just covering your face. Make sure y'all wipe down with some Lysol wipes. I don't know what to do. I feel terrible and ungrateful. And part of me is thinking that I should just get over it. Because at the end of the day, we love each other and we are getting married. And that should be the only thing that matters. But even though people will all know and stop asking eventually, I still have a couple of times ahead where I will have to answer the question. And I can just feel my body tense up and my face freeze. And hear my voice getting this disingenuous tone when they ask if that's what I wanted. And I don't think he notices, but I notice that every time I tell the story, it gets harder and harder to ignore that feeling. So I'm unsure what to do. I know telling him that I was disappointed would make him feel really sad, and I don't want that, but I feel like I might soon reach a point where if one more person asks on how I was proposed, and if it was the happiest moment of my life, I would just start crying, and if that happened, that would be even worse. I'm desperate. I need help. Now, let's go back. Let's get back to the update. First of all, thanks to everyone. Back out. Before we get back into this, that's a tough one. That's a rough one. I ain't gonna lie, Buddy's tripping. I get the thought, I get the gesture, like we're already gonna be dressed nice, but once she planned this for her birthday, it was tied to occasion, something that she explicitly said not to do, and there were half-naked women there. Like, you should have known. Like, it's not even that. Like, it's not even that you didn't know what a burlesque show was. You waited till the end of the show to propose, right? You had 4 shows, because I got a 4-course meal, and there are shows in between. So you have what, 3 shows to see how a burlesque show works for you to be like, maybe now ain't the time. You know what I'm saying? You could have legit waited, be like, you know, kept that in the back pocket for another time. But I digress. It seems like she talked to him, and we're gonna get an update on the situation. As Money suggested, I started out by saying how much being engaged and getting married to him means to me, and that I am so excited for this next chapter of our lives, but that there is something that I've been weighing on me a bit. I proceeded to tell him how I was disappointed that I was the one who planned the activity, and that I specifically asked for it not to be tied to another special occasion, and that I'm sure he didn't mean anything bad by it, but that I needed to get it off my chest so I can move past it. He actually started laughing, not a dismissive laugh, but a genuine one, and said that he thought something serious happened by the way I was prepping him for that talk. I swear I can read. He said that he totally understands where I'm coming from, and many of you were right in that his thinking was that I had been so hyped for the event, he felt it would just be the perfect ending to a perfect night. But he sees how it could be interpreted as him just piggybacking off my planning, which is kind of what it comes off as. As far as the birthday thing, he said that since the event was not on my actual birthday, but 2 days before, and we were having a family party for me and my brother on the actual day, he thought it would be fine, but in hindsight, he now realizes that he could have concluded himself that it still counts as tied to my birthday and apologized for that. Another reason for the spontaneous decision is that we are invited to weddings in June, July, August, and September, 3 of which require traveling on our part, and he didn't want the proposal to feel cramped in between. When we talked about the other ideas he had, some I already knew about, others I heard for the first time, and just hearing all the ideas and the thought he put in made me feel so loved and special. He also made me promise to bring things up straight away in the future. There we go. Great communication. This is great communication. This is great communication. I love this. A relationship is built and a relationship is, what's the word? Sustained off of communication. That's all it is. Just talk. Just talk. Where was I at? And he also made me promise to bring things up straight away in the future, even if it is uncomfortable and I'm afraid to hurt his feelings, since it is not my job to protect them, but it's our job to find a solution. This is what we call a healthy couple. Okay, this is a healthy relationship that I'm seeing here. You feel me? You feel me? It's a healthy relationship. I keep losing my place. I promise I can read. And since we now talked about his ideas, and he heard my input on all of them, he offered that for our upcoming anniversary, he's going to pick and plan one of the activities so we get to enjoy it as a regular date without the engagement pressure. I'm really glad everything turned out so well and that the weight I felt is just gone, so now we get to enjoy the whole process together. W relationship, W couple. I hope they have an amazing wedding, an amazing marriage, and their marriage lasts for eons till death do them part. Okay, this is beautiful. We love that. You know what I'm saying? Buddy was tripping, but he realized the error of his ways. She didn't get so upset to where she was like, you know, hounding on him. And they both decided on communication and communicating to solve the issue. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? On to the next post. Story 4 of 5. The next subreddit is Today I Up. Today I Up. Okay. The title is Today I Up by responding to my girlfriend's sexy photos with a meme. I'm gonna lie, that's probably something I would do. But I would have to like know and make sure like she's in the mood. Like, because that's something I would do. I'm a troll. But let's get into it. My girlfriend and I have the same exact kind of shitpost sense of humor. We are constantly sending each other dumb memes over text, quoting them in real life, and replying to even mundane messages with them. From the outside, it is definitely cringy, and it probably doesn't sound like we take the relationship seriously, but we've been doing great for 4 years now, living together for 1, and I'm planning to propose to her on our 5th anniversary. Hey, okay, another W couple, man. Love that. But fast forward to last evening, so yesterday, and I think acting like no one may have seriously offended her. I've been out of town for almost a week, helping my brother move across the country, and also celebrating our parents' anniversary in his new city while we're at it. Girlfriend and I have obviously been texting back and forth, and when I have time, and the conversations are as casual as they always are. The conversation even gets a little bit spicy as we've been apart for a week, you know what I'm saying? The tension is growing, is rising, you know what I'm saying? Little Timmy downstairs getting a little antsy in the pants, you know what I'm saying? And we're getting a little lonely. Needless to say, I'm excited to eventually get back home. Oh yeah, they've been talking real spicy. Even more so when she surprised me late in the evening with about a dozen images of a gift she got for me, a very nice set of lingerie. Oh, freaky. What the fuck? It wasn't a quick mirror selfie either. She had a full. Ooh, she had full makeup on, her hair done up, and even mood appropriate lighting. I was hella excited, but a bit out of habit, I grabbed a gift from my reaction folder and sent it without thinking. She bought a whole new set. Got the makeup did, the hair did, got the lighting, got the booty propped up on the sink. You can't respond with a gift, my guy. You can't respond with a gift. A few minutes later, oh, whoa. A few minutes later, she replies with, "Can you take something fucking seriously for once?" Whoa. Who the fuck shitting her cereal? What the fuck? Damn, I thought she was gonna be like, seriously? No, she cussing this nigga out. 24 hours later, and she won't respond to my attempts at an apology and even ignored 2 calls. Oh man, yeah, you fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up. I feel like an asshole and I'm worried I damaged our relationship or I made her feel like I'm not seriously invested in us. I want to do something really romantic for her when I get back, but I'm scared that it's already too late. My girlfriend and I joke constantly, so I responded to her high effort sexy photos with a meme gif, and now she's completely ignoring me, and I'm scared. I need an update. This was 2 hours ago. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, you fucked up for sure. I don't know what to tell you. She's not responding to your messages. Calling her, she's not even picking up. You just gotta fight. You just got. I don't even know what I could offer you in this situation. You just have to fight. Try your best to carefully craft a message to let her know how apologetic you are and how you can make it up to her. It's that simple. I mean, it's not that simple, but that's all I could offer you in the simplest of terms. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. I ain't gonna lie. That's a rough one. I wish you the best. We might check back in with you a little bit later. Okay, see what you come up with. And the last story we have for today, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you have enjoyed this so far. If you have not already, click the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it live, let me know. Like I said, we can create a Reddit community. We can react to videos. We can react to posts like this. And, just have a good time together. All right, but let's get to this last post for the day. Dramatic music. That's not dramatic. It just sounds like I smoked for 30 years. Anyway, confession. This is the subreddit is confession. This is my confession. Just when I said I like my chick on the side said she got one on the way. This is my confession. Then I know and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta get part to it. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near cried when I got that phone call. I'm so cold, I don't know. All right. Now this gonna be the hardest thing I think I'd ever had to do. All right. As a teen, I poured sugar into the gas tank of a neighbor's truck. So I'm going to start this off by making absolutely clear that this happened when I was 17 to 18 years old. I'm turning 30 next month. Damn. So this all happened quite a while ago. But let's get into it. I had a neighbor who was always and everybody in the trailer park's business. Even when something didn't affect her, she loved to bitch and gossip, often making shit up completely. Being a young man in a trailer park populated largely by elderly country folk wearing makeup and all black chain-laden clothing, I quickly became a scapegoat. One night I got sick of her shit, so I decided to give her a reason to bitch. I took 4 or 5 heaping cups of sugar and poured it all directly into her gas tank. So like when you measuring things in the crib, like let me get a cup. So it's like just like you got like an actual cup. Like she like get a cup, but like did she measure that bitch out like an actual cup? But she says heaping cups, so I think she like got one of them racetrack or them 7-Eleven cups and just put that shit in the bag of sugar and just scoop that bitch out and like 4 or 5 times. No, okay, excuse me. And put it all directly in her gas tank. See, look, I don't know what that does. Obviously I've heard the saying. I mean, I just turned 25 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to me. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Obviously I've heard the saying, sugar in the gas tank. You know what I'm saying? Got some sugar in the tank or something like that. But like I didn't know that was an actual thing. I didn't know that it actually like did something. I mean, obviously it's gonna do something that's gonna cause harm. But like I didn't know what it does. I thought people were just making stuff up as they did back in the day because they was bored. But let's get back into it. I took 4 or 5 heaping cups of sugar and poured it all directly into her gas tank. When she tried to start it up the next day, she obviously began to run into issues. Eventually, she had to switch vehicles entirely, and that truck wouldn't be seen until a couple of years later. Oh, she fucked up the whole car. She couldn't even use it for years. Yikes. Don't get me wrong. This woman made my life a living hell at times. Does that mean I'm proud of what I did? Absolutely not. As an adult, I can understand how fucked up that was, even though I was obviously able to recognize that it was not very nice when I did it in the first place. The woman is still a bitch, and once I moved out of the trailer park, she started fucking with my now deceased grandmother's life. All that sentimental shit out the window now. What do you mean? Fuck the fuck? That just, well, am I proud of what I did? No, not necessarily. Do I feel bad about what I did? Honestly, do feel pretty shitty about having done that. Would I take it back? Honestly, all things considered, no. I don't think I would. I know that's right. Now, before you try and guilt trip me, understand that this is the confession subreddit, so of course it's not going to be something particularly nice. Maybe if you saw how constant her invasion into our lives was, you'd understand I've only told a couple people about this ever. Now over a decade has passed, and with it, the statute of limitations, I figured why not. I'm not gonna lie, was it pretty fucked up? Yeah, she couldn't use her car for years. But hearing how she messed with your deceased grandparents' life and was constantly in people's business, would really take it back. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't really take it back. I wouldn't really take it back. Like, I'd probably feel bad. Ah, dang, I really messed her up, dang. But like, in the back of my mind, she deserved that shit. She got what she deserved from that karma. Talking about my boy. Anyway, that has been 5 Reddit stories for today. Yes, true, a round of applause. Let me know if y'all enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm still a little sick, so I apologize for the coughs in y'all's face and things like that. But yeah, that was it. You know, I actually had a great time reading these stories. Like I said, I didn't think I was gonna get this invested and get this hot in these stories. But I can definitely do way more. You know, I can keep this constant. Like I said, we can create a community to where we can react to videos and things like that. And you just have a good time with each other. Try to do like a try not to laugh or something. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. But in the meantime, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, we're on the road to 1,000. And other than that, we out. Peace.